Hi, Michelle here from Travelling Over 60. Come join me on this adventure.
Hi guys, now in this video it's going to be a little bit different. I met a lovely lady through my YouTube channel and on the same cruise. Actually, I think she was in a roll call where I very first met her. And she has an accessibility restriction. And she was kind enough to let me go in and video her room. Now, she's a little bit shy. She doesn't want to be on the video camera with her face. But she's going to talk to us and I'm going to show you all the different things that she was talking about. Well, I hope I am. Now, she's going to show us how her restriction has either created some hazards or whether she's able to just get around and do what she needs to do. So come along now and have a look at what my friend Elaine has showed us and told us.
Let's start with Elaine's accessible room 4096. Okay, cabin 4096. And I'm just going to show you that this is an accessible cabin. Thank you to Elaine, who's letting us come into her room. The room setup's pretty much the same. I'll just show you over here. That's just showing you all the cupboards like in our cabin. And I do want to show you this though. This is particularly good for someone in a wheelchair. Press the button and the door opens. Now, the door will close. It gives you plenty of time to get out. It's an extra wide door for someone in a wheelchair. And it'll close in a minute. And there it goes. Now, just looking in here, this is how big the bathroom is. Now, of course, it's an accessible bathroom, so there's no steps. It's just like a big wet room. Showers, all the grab rails, and perfect. Just having a closer look at this, if you look in the room, the towel rail here is close to the floor, so you should be able to reach that if you're in a wheelchair. And then, as you can see here on the floor, it's flat, but then it will drain the water. Looking over here on the right-hand wall, there's a little line that'll pull out across onto the left-hand side. And looking here back on the right-hand wall, you'll see this is a seat that will pull down and then you can lock it down to sit on it. It also has a rubber mat to put down. I'm not quite sure about the height of the taps and the products, whether you would be able to reach them or not, or whether someone will have to set you up. Handheld shower that can also be handed to whoever needs it in the shower. Close this up. Now just showing you again, that's where the chair is. And a really big open space. Outside to the balcony. I'm going to fight the cold. Oh, hang on, we better get Warren to open the door. No, we're working out the door. Now, special little step there that will just help you roll over. As you can see, no trip hazard. And look at this balcony. Amazing. This one has an obstructed view, but who cares? Look out at that view above that. Here we are with Elaine. She's been kind enough to come and talk to us about accessibility on the Alaskan Cruise. So let's have a little chat with her.
Hi, I'm Elaine and I'm from New Zealand, and in 2020 I was diagnosed with patellofemoral arthritis in both knees, which means I have difficulty with steps and from walking distances. I can mobilise on sticks and I do use a walker as opposed to a wheelchair. I have rented a wheelchair from Special Needs C for this cruise that was delivered to my pre-cruise hotel and will be taken from the post-cruise hotel, so we can travel our whole holiday with the same chair. When I'm travelling, since I've had this problem, which has only been a short-term problem at this stage, I have been concerned about crossing airports, but using the airport wheelchair service has been great. I've used it on 2 trips, once in Japan and once for this Alaska cruise. A wheelchair is provided by the airline you're using at your home airport, and then another chair meets you at the door of the plane when you land. And gets you right through to when you get your taxi. So that's been great. On the cruise, I've been a bit concerned about rough weather and rocking of the ship. I did have a little issue with using sticks today, but I used my walker instead, which was very steady. So other than that, and apart from being a little bit slow when I'm sitting down in the dining room, etc., it's been great. So we booked excursions for Ketchikan and Juneau, and I've made sure that the third-party provider vessels, because they're both at sea, were accessible. However, they are booked through the cruise line, and there are buses involved, which I can't get onto because I have an issue with climbing stairs. So I booked able-bodied excursions, and the excursions team here are looking for other excursions for me that I can use the accessible buses. I haven't got any finalised plans about that yet, but we'll know about that later on today. So we are doing some DIY excursions on this trip, both on the cruise and after the cruise. On the cruise in Skagway, we're hiring a car, a Mustang electric car, and we're driving up by ourselves to Emerald Lake over the Canadian border. So we have all day to do that. It's a 12-hour stopover. So even if we have issues with the car, there's plenty of time to get us back to the ship. Once we get back to Vancouver, we will be spending 1 night in Vancouver on the 25th of May, and then taking a rental car for 2 days up to Whistler. We will just do our own thing, see a few sights, and just enjoy the atmosphere before driving back to Vancouver and going home.
Now a big thank you to you, Elaine, for sharing all that with us. That was really helpful information, I'm sure, to some people that are just questioning, can I do it? I'm not sure. Well, hopefully Elaine's information has helped you. Now, if it has helped you, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, or this time, give Elaine a thumbs up for her information. And if you have any questions for Elaine, put them in the comments down below. I'm sure she's watching this video, and hopefully, Elaine, you might be able to help some of these other people with answering their questions if I'm not sure of the information. I'd really appreciate that. Now, coming up next week,
We get up close with icebergs.
so come along and join me on the rest of this adventure. There's so much more to see, and you don't want to miss it. See you in the next video.